Windows 7 is up and running on this IBM Eserver. We have two Pentium 3s in here, 1.5 gigs of RAM. I threw in a VisionTech video card, and everything is running great so far. I'm gonna shut it down real quick though, and throw in this excuse me. Let me pull it up. Throw in this USB 2.0 card because this flash drive with the live Windows on it is plugged into a USB 1.0 port, and it is incredibly slow. So definitely to upgrade that if we want to do anything like benchmarks or anything like that, or even do basic system tasks, because it just takes forever to load anything. So I'm gonna throw this in, and then I can go ahead and hopefully we'll have a video tomorrow.
Hello and welcome to another installment of AA Computers and Technology. It's been a while since we've published a video, and that's because I've actually had a lot of trouble lately getting stuff out. I actually did publish 2 videos and then took them down because they were just absolutely horrible. I got some feedback and I just decided, you know what, this isn't going to work. People don't really like this. If you saw it, it was the, gosh, what was it? It was the pointless benchmarks video, which in the end was really pointless and silly. So people really didn't like that. I took that down, and then there was another one that I just took down right after I published it, so no one even got to see it. So yeah, been having a lot of trouble lately, but I think I finally got something that you guys are going to like. Right here you can see Windows 7 up and running. I've changed the color scheme obviously, but it is Windows 7. This is the 32-bit version of Windows 7 Ultimate. And what's really special about this is the PC that we are running this on and how we're doing it. So I'm going to tell you all about this today, so stay tuned and enjoy, because this is really neat.
And here's our system running Windows 7. This is the IBM Eserver Xseries Model 220, and I've already done a couple videos on this. I'm going to post a link in the description so you guys can check both those videos out, because we go really in-depth into the system hardware. We take a look at how it runs Debian. We take a look inside the PC at all the interesting stuff, especially over here with these module-based voltage regulation systems right there. So there's some really cool stuff in here, so go ahead and check those videos out if you can. I'm going to go ahead and read off the system specifications real quick. This computer is really neat because it has 2 Pentium 3s running at 1.1 gigahertz, 512 kilobytes of cache on each CPU. We have 1.5 gigabytes of PC133SD RAM. I threw in a VisionTech 7000 video card, PCI version, into our PCI slot because the onboard video just wasn't cutting it for Windows 7. It was absolutely horrendous, and this is still pretty bad because the drivers are not supported on Windows 7, so we're running off the generic Windows drivers, and it's still pretty sketchy as far as video goes. I had to throw in a USB 2.0 card because we are running Windows 7 off a flash drive. Yes, this is a live version of Windows 7 running off a USB flash drive. So this computer is equipped with USB 1.1. It was way too slow, so I had to throw in a USB 2.0 card, and especially for our wireless connectivity as well, it was also really slow, so I had to hook that up to the USB 2.0 port. Yeah, so as you can see, I had to make some slight modifications to the system to get Windows 7 to run smoothly on it. Now at this point, I'm sure you guys have a ton of questions, like how in the world did you get this computer to boot off a USB flash drive? It's over 15 years old, that should not be supported. And how in the world did you make a live version of Windows? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. Let me open this up. Okay, so right here in our floppy drive, I have a 1.44 megabyte floppy diskette. And on this floppy diskette, I have a program called PLOP installed on it. And I've mentioned this in a couple of my earlier videos, but what PLOP allows you to do is boot from unsupported media. So that means you could boot from a USB flash drive, a DVD drive, or a CD drive on virtually any computer. So that answers the first question. So I'm going to throw this back in here. What about that live edition of Windows 7 Ultimate? Well, this is a program called wintousb. That's W-I-N-T-O-U-S-B. And basically what it allows you to do is it allows you to take an ISO image and put it on a flash drive. And it creates a virtual hard drive as well, so all of your changes are still saved onto this flash drive. So it acts just like a traditional hard drive. It's really cool. Obviously a little bit slower since we're using the USB 2.0 interface, but still really awesome. This is something that I didn't even know you could do until yesterday when I started researching about it. And I think I'm going to make a separate video all about it, so I'll post a link in the description. I'm going to have a ton of links in the description, but I'll post a link in the description when I have that up, because I'm definitely going to make a video about that piece of software, because I think it's just really neat.
So now that we have all that background information out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to try to keep this video nice and short, hopefully under 10 minutes, because the next video we're also going to be taking a look at this same system, except during that video we're actually going to be running benchmarks. During this video we're just going to be taking a look at how Windows 7 Ultimate runs on this PC in general. So we're going to be opening up a couple different programs. Obviously we're still hindered by the video issues, so I'm not going to be able to watch any videos, and then web browsing is actually really poorly affected by the fact that we're lacking video drivers. So we're going to do a little bit of web browsing, but for the most part I'm going to try to stay away from that. I installed Firefox on this system. So basically during this video we're just going to take a look at some pretty common programs running on this system.
I just got done pretty much editing the entire video, and I just realized I didn't show the boot process, and it is a bit different than if you were just booting off a traditional hard drive with Windows 7. So I decided, well, I'll go ahead and show that because I think some people might be interested. So we have the IBM Eserver right here shut off completely. I'm going to open up the panel and power this thing on. You can see we have PLOP in the 2.5-inch floppy drive, and then we have our USB flash drive plugged into the PC with Windows 7 on it. There you go. Probably should have used the tripod for this section of the video, but no thank you. I don't feel like getting it out again. Alright, so at this point we should be booting into the PLOP interface after we pass this screen. Here we go. I can hear the floppy drive accessing the floppy disk, and we are in the interface. So right now, we're actually in the live PLOP environment, and from here we're going to select USB because we want to boot from our USB flash drive. There we go. And from here, it should boot smoothly into Windows 7. Alright, and there we go. We are on the desktop of Windows 7 Ultimate. It's not too different from just booting from a hard drive, but you do have to go through the PLOP interface. So I just wanted to show you guys that, and now we can continue the video. Here we are on the desktop of Windows 7, and as you can see, I've changed the color scheme to Windows 7 Classic. I think I might change it back because it's not really having an effect on the performance. I thought it would improve it a little bit, but apparently it didn't, because I'm still noticing the same issues. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up Task Manager first, though, because I want to show you that Windows 7 Ultimate is indeed detecting both of the Pentium 3s. I can see right here that both of these CPUs are listed. And you can also see that we're currently using about a third of our total memory. Out of the 1.5 gigs, we're using about 500 megabytes just sitting idle. So let's go ahead and change the color scheme back to the Windows 7 basic theme. And I'm leaving this on camera so you can just see how navigating the operating system is. You can see that we're having issues with the video. It's really slow, really laggy. I mean, if I just move this around, yeah. That's pretty bad. So, I mean, I wish this video card was supported in Windows 7, but there's nothing I can do about it. I don't have a different PCI video card, excuse me. So don't complain about it in the video because there's nothing I can do besides buy a new video card, and we don't have the funding for that. Okay, change the theme. And Windows 7 Basic. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. It didn't take this long to switch to Windows Classic. Alright. So that is good. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is take a look at the Windows Experience Index rating. So I'm going to run the test on camera, and then I will get back to you guys. Anyway, let's go ahead and start the system rating test. And that is incredibly disappointing. Alright, I was really looking forward to checking out the rating of the system, but that's alright because during the benchmarks we'll actually get a more accurate assessment of the performance of this PC. So not really too worried about this, but I was looking forward to it, so I'm kind of disappointed, but at the same time, we can get the ratings when we do the benchmark video. So let's go ahead and check out Firefox running on this PC. Originally I was using Internet Explorer to try to download Chrome, but unfortunately that didn't work. For some reason Chrome wouldn't install. I think it was a problem with the instruction set of the CPU, just wasn't compatible with Chrome, so instead we're going to use Firefox, which is still, once again, internet browsing is pretty painful. Before we open Firefox, I'm going to go ahead and pop open Task Manager and put it to the side so we can check out the system resource usage. And now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and open up Firefox. So we'll see how much RAM and the CPU spiking when we try to open Firefox, or how much RAM we were using, sorry. Can I throw this aside, take up the whole right side of the screen? Alright, that's good. And now waiting for Firefox to open. Oh, Firefox is already running. Close Firefox. And reopen it. That's weird. Okay. For some reason an instance was still running, but it wasn't showing up on the taskbar. Okay, so the first site that we're going to try to visit is my website, and that's www.aacomputersandtechnology.com. So let's go ahead and check that out. www.aacomputersandtechnology.com. And we are connecting now. Come on. Oh. And for some reason, Firefox decided to hang up for a little bit, but I think now we are going to navigate to the site. I can see the CPU spiking right here, and our RAM usage went up just a tiny bit. Surprisingly, Firefox isn't using that much RAM, so we're still okay. And here we are on my website. So I'm going to go ahead and maximize this page so we can just check out the full web page. I'm going to scroll through here. And as you can see, graphics are just horrible. Once again, we're missing those video drivers, so there's nothing we can do about that. Let's try navigating the site itself, because I think that's a better way to gauge how well not Internet Explorer, sorry, but Firefox is running. Actually, navigation isn't too bad. It's just scrolling through the pages that's really painful since, God, I'm going to say it a million times, but we don't have those video drivers installed once again. Ta-da! And once again, if you haven't seen our free YouTube intro project, go ahead and check it out on my website, www.acomputersandtechnology.com, and it's under the Downloads tab. So that's enough of my website. Let's go ahead and try something a bit silly, but let's navigate to YouTube. Now, when we tried to go to YouTube on the Debian-based operating system, the web browser just kept crashing. Now, I'm interested to see if that's going to be the same story while using Windows 7. So let's go ahead and navigate to www.youtube.com. Nope. I don't know what happened there. For some reason, the 7 got in there. There we go, youtube.com. And let's see if it crashes or not. Okay. Alright. Not bad. And I think we're safe. So I'm going to try to scroll through it. Yep, and with the Windows 7 installation and Firefox combined, we do not have an issue with YouTube crashing, which is awesome. Now, I'm just curious to see if we can actually play a video. How about, I'll navigate to my channel. Okay, and let's just check out the first thing that pops up. Now I think, oh yeah, Firefox should use HTML5 to play this. Wow, look at that, it's actually playing a YouTube video. Isn't that crazy? And I'm trying to bring up the Task Manager right now. If we had a better graphics card installed, both these Pentium 3s would probably be absolutely fine with playing full HD video. Now I can't back that up for sure because once again, we have no clue and no way to find out, but probably it would be able to do so. So you can see CPU usage is spiking all over the place. The video just stopped, so oh, well, and then it started again. So we're probably getting less than 1 frame per second right here. Obviously, you know, you're not gonna be able to watch a YouTube video even at, let me see, what resolution is this at? Get rid of the ad. I don't want the ad. Buy ad. And let's check out the resolution. Can we drop it down to 144? Okay, I'm gonna drop it down to 144p and see what we get out of that. Maybe we could gain a couple more frames per second. Yeah, so right there, that's about 2 frames per second. So not bad. I don't have any audio device plugged in. I don't even think this has any sort of audio output built into the motherboard. No, it doesn't, so that wouldn't have mattered anyway. So YouTube actually does function on this PC. Interesting. I have a little treat for you guys. I did this a really long time ago with the eMachine T1090 on my old channel, and I'm gonna do it again because I thought it was kind of cool. I'm gonna bring up a Game Boy Advance emulator and play a ROM using this computer. Now I'm using Visual Boy Advance, so I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. I'm gonna close out this file manager behind it. Run. Because right behind that I have a task manager, so we can check out our CPU usage while playing the game. I'm gonna open up Pokemon Emerald. So open up Gameboy, Pokemon Emerald, and there we go. Of course we don't have sound once again because there is no audio output, but you can see it is running. I'm currently at around 80%, just a little bit over 80%. When I was playing it earlier to test it out, it did hit over 90 at times, and now it's at 100, so not bad. It is kind of small. I will switch to full screen and see how fast it will run, but I'm just going to leave it here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you guys can see it a bit better. And we'll actually try playing the game. It's been a while since I've used this emulator, so I'm going to have to get used to the keypad again. So I think Z is A, and then maybe X is B, if I remember correctly. Oh, that's because we don't have an internal battery. However, clock-based events will no longer... Okay, that sucks. Alright, so I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I think I'm going to skip ahead to when we actually start playing the game. Okay, so now we can actually move around the world, and the gameplay is relatively smooth. As you can see, we're using about 80% of both CPUs while playing this emulator. And we are stuck in Little Root. I can't get out of here until I go see the professor, and I really don't feel like doing that. So I'm going to maximize this, put it in full screen mode. My camera just died and I had to perform a battery swap there, but now we are in full screen mode. I set it to the lowest resolution possible, which is 640 by 480, and we are back in the world. So let's see how smooth it is. And we're probably getting anywhere between 60, 70, and 80% right now. It's fluctuating in between those. Oh, I just noticed it's right on the bottom left corner. If you can see those little red numbers, it's actually saying we are getting 80% right now of the actual frame rate. And it's dropping, when we're moving around, it's dropping to around 65% to 70. So not bad. Now curiosity killed the cat, so let's go ahead and pop this open and set to the highest resolution possible, 800 by 600. Come on. Oh, are you gonna do it? Come on. Okay, yes, that works. And oh, that dropped quite a bit right here. We're getting about 30% right now. And this is to the point where it's not really playable anymore. For me, I have to have anything over 70% works for me, but this is not playable. The frame rate is way too low. So I'm gonna put this back. Options, video, let's take it out of full screen mode. So we are back, and the CPU usage and memory usage stayed pretty consistent throughout that whole experiment. So you can tell that's the video that's holding us back. That's enough of this. Let's go ahead and move on and try out a couple different programs, and then that'll be about time to end this video. Before this ends, I want to show you guys how this live version of Windows is working. So I'm going to go into computer right now. We're going to check out the system storage devices. So you can see our virtual hard drive right here with 14 gigabytes of space. In Win2Go, you can actually specify how big that is. I left it at 14 because that was the default setting and I wanted to be safe. But you could increase it because this is a 32 gigabyte flash drive and you could have made the space, or I could have made the space a little bit bigger. But interesting enough, it also still displays the flash drive right here under our removable storage devices, which is kind of weird. And then when we open it, I kind of want to see what we get. Oh, okay, so we can see the boot partition for Windows. So I'm going to get out of here because obviously we don't want to mess with that. And you know what? Oh, yeah, and you can also see the 14 gigabyte virtual hard drive file in here as well. So up here is the boot partition, and right here would be the file for the space on our virtual hard drive, which is drive C. So that's pretty cool. I was trying to think of two more programs to show you guys, and I think I'm going to open up WordPad and then Minesweeper because of why not? We always see stuff on the internet about Minesweeper, so let's go ahead and pop that open because this thing will run Minesweeper, guys. Alright, first off is WordPad, so WRD, PAD, right here. I don't have any Office suite installed, so this is going to have to do for now. Hello, YouTube. Exclamation marks. And let's go ahead and manipulate the font. Whoa. A little bit slow there. And change the color. There we go. Hello, YouTube. So that works all fine and dandy. Next, I'm going to pop open Minesweeper games. And I honestly have absolutely no clue how to play Minesweeper. I need to look it up online. What is this? Set up a game, updates, and options. Download. I don't want any of this. Okay, Minesweeper. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea how to play this game. Is either disabled or not supported by a video card, which could slow the game. Oh, I don't care. Gosh, killing me. Beginner. Alright. Oh. Okay, play again. But as you can see, this computer can run Minesweeper. I don't know how you're supposed to tell where the mines are. I don't understand how to play this game. Oh my goodness. Alright. This is just going to get really frustrating, as always. It always is when I try to play it. Come on, Oh, awesome. Alright. Okay, I give up on this.
Alright, so that's going to be about it for this video. Despite the fact that we were lacking the proper video drivers, Windows ran pretty well on this dual Pentium III machine. It's going to be really cool next episode to see some benchmarks running on this IBM Eserver. I cannot wait to get that out there. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can go ahead and post a comment in the comment section. Please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And of course, please do not forget to like this video. If you guys want me to make a video on how to get a live version of Windows onto a flash drive, go ahead and post a comment. Depending on how many comments I get, to see how popular the video will be, I will make the video. So, if you want to see that, go ahead and post a comment in the comment section. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next installment of AA Computers and Technology.